Welcome to Chef Alli's Farm Fresh Kitchen. It's time to gather around the table to cook and converse. Right here, we'll come together to learn about Kansas agriculture and the farm families that feed us as we discover new recipes, Kansas products, and farm fresh ingredients.
Good morning and welcome back to 13 News this morning. It smells like fall here in the studio today with Chef Alli and her Farm Fresh Kitchen. It's our Kansas Farm Bureau segment. We have CEO, the big man here, Terry Holden.
The big dog.
With Kansas Farm Bureau. Good morning, Terry.
Morning.
You guys have your annual meeting coming up right around the corner, right?
We do. The 1st of December. It's our 96th annual meeting in Manhattan. We're looking forward to an opportunity for folks to come and just a good opportunity to gather, get educated, talk about issues. Before we do our grassroots policy process and take care of business for the year.
Very nice. And you mentioned grassroots. Tell us a little bit more about what exactly that means.
Sure. Well, for us as an organization, we begin and end with the producer, farmer, rancher member in mind. So in a policy discussion, that means, that those are the folks who determine what our positions will be legislatively or in a political sense. So all those folks will come, our voting delegates will come to our convention and take positions on issues that we'll then go out and advocate for over the course of the next year.
And what will some of those issues be? What will they be talking about?
It's a lot of the stuff that you guys have been, talking about or highlighting lately. What we do with our water in the state.
It's a big deal.
Big deal. Depends on where you are, what that looks like. In the West, it's all about aquifers. Here in the East, it's more reservoir-based. Taxes are an important issue. What we do with rural schools and how education looks for kids in the state. Those kinds of things are really core for our folks and important, not only of them, but the state as well. So.
Yeah, people might not realize how important water is. They think, oh, it's just water, rain. I mean, crops grow with rain. Well, not necessarily all the time. So, especially out in very dry western Kansas. All right, Alli, I love knowing how you're going to tie in this conversation with what you're making.
Well, I'm going to tie it in because as a membership benefit of Kansas Farm Bureau, we have our quarterly membership publication, Kansas Living.
Okay.
Getting ready to come out just in a few days is the November issue, and in there is a special Chef Alli feature about pumpkin. One of the desserts being this low-fat and luscious, which you guys need to know that name out there. That's going to be a question later that you're going to want to answer.
Luscious.
The low-fat and luscious pumpkin torte is what this dessert is called.
Okay.
Nobody at Thanksgiving dinner is going to know, though, that it is low-fat, so you don't even need to tell them because look how pretty the presentation is.
Beautiful, yeah.
Yeah, so what you do, excuse me, got choked up, is you take a spice cake mix and add pumpkin to it and bake it in 2 of these layer cake pans. 2 things that my grandma taught me growing up to make a super moist cake is you have to have a parchment square in the bottom. This ensures that your cake will always pop right out. And then as soon as your cake comes out of the oven, you immediately cover it with foil. Why is that? I bet I've taught you that before.
Maybe because to keep the moisture locked in.
Very good.
Lucky
you
guess.
remembered.
Lucky
Awesome.
guess.
Yeah, all that condensation goes back down into your cake, so it's always moist. So we made a filling here out of yogurt, Cool Whip, and cheesecake pudding.
Okay.
Put that in between and on top, and then to finish it, we have toasted coconut with pecans and chopped cranberries that you just sprinkle over the top. And
looks
that
delicious.
is it.
And you eat with your eyes first, and this is absolutely looks delicious. So,
Thank you. It is delicious.
Good for you.
And even Terry's going to like it, I think. He
will.
doubted the low-fat, luscious part in one sentence.
They don't
but
go together, right?
They don't. But this does.
And we can even say healthy because pumpkin is a superfood.
It is healthy
right?
because actually there's very low fat in here. So it's a very nice low sugar, low fat dessert. The other thing, remember that on Thursdays, it is very beneficial to go to Chef Alli's Facebook page because there could be something there that you will want to answer and get involved with, and I promise it is worthwhile.
Good things come to those who go to Chef Alli's Facebook page
Absolutely.
on Thursday. Just never know. Terry, thanks so much.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now we get to
Great
eat
have
this.
you.
Great.
That's right.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Thanks for joining us. Kansas Farm Bureau is proud to support hardworking families across the state like farmers and ranchers who make it their life commitment to provide food that nourishes all of us. Kansas Farm Bureau, representing grassroots agriculture.